great. So that vision board didn't really have much of any tangible things, but more the things that you can feel. I wrote on there like consistency. I think I might have ended up, that vision board might be in my back storage of my house. But it was like, yeah, I wanted consistency. I wanted all of these things that were not tangible. And to be quite honest with you, yeah, it was a slow roll, but I have them now. I have the ability to be consistent. I have, because again, I've said before, if you find yourself not meeting the goals, you have to ask yourself two things. Is this a goal I really want to continue doing? And if the answer to that is yes, at this point I feel like I need a whiteboard. That's the professor in me. If the answer to that is yes, then you move to the next step. The next step would be, okay, what tools, what resources, what abilities do I possess that's going to help me reach that goal? Now, if you say no, then you move down to the line and you don't have to continue doing the goal. Let's back up a little bit. I ended up becoming a professor August 2022. I had wanted to be a professor when I finished my bachelor's in 2013, 2014, because I was like, oh, I can teach. And I don't know, I just felt like, oh, I could be a college professor. And so what I did was when I enrolled in the master's program, I did a health science master's with a concentration in higher education. And that's what really set me up to be even a professor now with my doctorate. Because when you have your doctorate, you do get paid more as a professor rather than getting paid lesser with your master's. So I learned curriculum creation. I learned how to create a program. I learned what goes into creating a program, how to get with the boards at a university, at a school to create programs. And then considering that I had a couple of vocations, one of the projects that I had to do was create a program based on something that I already have a hands in that I know how to do. And so ultimately, I created a program to teach healthcare professionals how to communicate with patients who are breastfeeding or who are interested in breastfeeding. And so it ended up becoming like this great thing, which later on, mind you, I graduated my master's in 2018, but um, I probably would have did that project in like 2017, 2018. But it wasn't until like 2022 I used that same project to speak at a national conference. And that was the purpose of the program. That was the purpose of the class that I took. That was the purpose of what I created. And so just being able to manifest and say, hey, I want to create something great. Going back to that 2017 vision board, it did not manifest till 2022. And I want to add to this whole point of me talking about how I came to meet those certain goals. A lot of the goals I weren't able to meet until certain energies and negative people move out the way. I remember going through that, just having that aha. Like you hear people say, oh yeah, don't, disconnect from, when you disconnect from people, your life gets so much better. You hear it. But until you've lived it, it's like a complete 180 in your life. It's a complete 180 in your mind. Your head is spinning because you're like, how did me still doing, mind you, I was still diligently working, still diligently doing. How is it me as a wife and a mom not be able to meet my goals, not be able to see manifestation come to fruition in my life? Whereas now I'm divorced and just a single mom and I'm meeting all of my goals. I'm doing all of the things I want to do. I'm being all of the things I want to be. I'm saying what I say because this black girl has something to say and it feels good. So you ask yourself, um, be mindful. Be mindful of the people who try to attach themselves to your purpose. Because I think that's what was happening to me. Be mindful of who tries to attach themselves to your purpose. Because again, if they're not adding to your purpose, then they're going to benefit from your purpose. And then now you're stuck.